Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's Jannah, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. My name's Peyton. So, what did you bring in for us today?
So today I have a commentary essay for my English class. It's on Moonwalking with Einstein by Joshua Fair. Um, and my teacher wanted us to focus on the role that memorization has in education, and if it's being done correctly, how could it be done better, that kind of stuff like that.
Okay, awesome. If you have it with you, you can go ahead and share your screen so I can take a look at it.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
And I was really just kind of worried about organization, like making sure the paragraphs were in a good order and that everything makes sense. I feel like it could probably be reworked a bit, just to help with clarity.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and request control so I can point out some issues that I see. So go ahead and do that. All right, so right off the bat, I see this right here. Your formatting right here is wrong. We need, in every paragraph, you'll have to indent.
Okay.
So, just put your cursor in front of it and hit tab. So, all right, awesome, yeah. All right, so give me a second just to read over everything. All right, so right here we have your, I guess the title of the book that you're referencing. So book titles have to be in italics. So just go
Okay.
and fix that every time you see it.
Okay.
So many examples of them. Okay, this right here is wrong. Bits and pieces of information that can later be recalled correctly during a time of needed.
Oh, okay. I
So,
see. Would be need.
right, yeah. Okay. Okay, would you mind scrolling down for me?
Yeah. So the content for the introduction was good.
Um, yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
so far it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, it's moving my little things around. Okay. So just again, you'll want to make sure that you get all of these when you go back and start.
Yeah.
So if you're using quotes like you are right here,
Mhm.
this period right here, you won't need that one because you have this one right here.
Okay. I'll get rid of it.
Take that out.
Okay.
Okay, so this sentence is not a very good one. It's very awkwardly worded. So I would kind of rephrase that sentence.
How would you rephrase it? Like, how do I need to change it?
So we have one of the most important aspects of a mind palace is that it is a place in which the person has seen many times and is able to visualize specific areas of the preferred location. So there's just certain areas in that, like if you read it out loud to yourself, you'll be able to see what areas are awkward, and just take certain words out and fix that.
Could you help me take those words out? Because I'm not really sure. I don't really see where it's awkward.
Oh, all right. Let's see. One of the most important aspects of a mind palace is that it is a place in which the person has seen many times and is able to visualize specific areas of. So you don't hear how that's awkward.
No,
All
I
right.
I just, like I wrote it. I think it makes sense. If something's awkward, like could you show me where?
All right. I think that I would say here, in which it's a little, this part right here is a little phrased differently, and I think you could work around this right here and take this out.
Okay.
Does that
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I could put where, like the memory, the a palace is that it is a place where the person has or that the person has seen many times.
yeah, I think
Okay.
that's better.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if you'll scroll down. Okay, so if you're referring to an author, you can
Mhm.
put their name in normal order. So GC Gamble.
Okay.
So just fix that.
GC.
Cool. All right. Just scroll down a little more for me. Okay. Yeah, I think that paragraph's okay. I think that's fine.
Okay. Is everything like making sense? Does it flow really well from the introduction and into the body paragraphs?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think that there's just a few moments that are just a little wordy that you could go back and fix, but you'll just have to revise those on your own.
Okay.
But overall, I think it makes sense so far. Okay. So would you scroll down for
Yeah.
me? Okay. Okay, this sentence is also a little weird. Students study in study groups, making flashcards and reciting material necessary for their exam, like how for prepared for the championship, but less efficiently. So
Should I change the student study? Maybe should I put students work?
yeah, you could. Um, or something that you could do is this less efficiently down here.
Mhm.
I would change that. So
To what?
um let's see. So I'm not sure if you're talking about the students being less efficient. So
Okay, so just put it because I was talking about the students being less efficient, so just change it and put it closer.
yeah, yeah, that would help. So
Okay, I'll just highlight like this, and I'll go back. Okay.
okay, it's another just title. This can be compared to how students prep for their exams and test. If one is plural, the other one has to be plural.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and the next paragraph. All right. Right here, your comma needs to be inside the quotation marks right here.
Sorry, I've started scrolling.
Oh, that's okay.
After okay, plateau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then again, right here. So you'll just want to pay attention to mechanics and MLA, things like that.
Okay.
Okay, would you scroll down?
That good enough?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, that's all okay. Let me go down to the bottom of that paragraph.
Right here.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this sentence right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I think I see what you were going for, but it's not a very good one. It needs to be either just taken out or made less redundant. It's a little repetitive and it doesn't help your paragraph very much.
Okay. So I really don't want to take it out, but if I changed it, like what do you recommend that I do?
Just make it less repetitive. Like, how do you think you would do that?
I don't know. I feel like I was trying to show that like FOIR and students and everyone else uses their memories in the same way. Maybe that's why it's a little repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want a sentence that shows that like we use the memory palace techniques and like the things that FOIR does in his book every day. Like students use it and everybody else uses it too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just kind of not sure how to change it. Like I said, I want to keep it in the paragraph, but I would kind of like some help on how I can reword it to keep it in there.
No, that's fine. If you like it, it can stay like that. It's fine.
But I don't want my teacher to think it's repetitive too. Like I just kind of want some help on changing it if it needs to be changed.
Okay. Yeah, I think that if I was writing this, I would look at how this is repeated every time in each of the phrases and just fix that however you want to. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Okay. So, all right. The end of this, just make sure you're proofreading because this is just like a formatting error. This is a different font right here.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. And this last paragraph is your conclusion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, just make sure you're editing formations. Can you scroll down to the end?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a works cited page?
I do, yeah.
All right. So this, you'll want to go to this website to make sure that you are formatting your works cited correctly, because all of this is not formatted right. So,
Okay.
but that's about everything that I saw.
Did you not, is everything like okay with my organization with the paragraph? Like, are my paragraphs okay?
Yeah, it was fine. I think it was okay. I think it sounded good.
Okay. And so like I have a really good thesis and everything kind of flows well together.
Yeah, yeah. I knew what you were talking about the whole time, so I think that's a good sign. So I think if you just make sure you are proofreading and editing well, then you'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. Did you need anything else?
No, I think that was it.
Okay, awesome. Good luck, and if you need anything else, just feel free to make another appointment.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. Hey,
Hey Jannah, how's it going?
good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So what are we working on today?
So today I have a commentary paper for my English class. It's on Moonwalking with Einstein by Joshua Foer. And my teacher kind of
Cool.
wanted us to focus on the role that memory plays in education and how it's either being used correctly or incorrectly. How can we improve like memory to help students while they're studying?
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a really interesting paper. Cool. Can you share?
And I just, oh yeah, I could share it with you,
Oh,
but
sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. I was just a little bit worried about organization and making sure that my paragraphs all kind of work well together and that I'm really incorporating my thesis in them and that everything makes sense.
Okay, awesome. So we want to talk about organization. Sounds good. Ready when you are.
All right, here we go.
Cool. So question, have you ever done a reverse outline?
No, I've never done one before.
Sweet. Okay, I think that will be a really useful thing to try here. I think it's a reverse outline. A reverse outline is really great for just sort of going through the paper and checking what we think every body paragraph is saying, and then that way we have a greater sense of what the argument is, so we can reorganize and rearrange things. So yeah, let's get started. So what we'll do, like while we read the paper, we'll go one paragraph at a time, and we can write down what we think, like what we think the summary of each paragraph is and what it's trying to say, and then we'll create an outline with that we can use to reorganize. So start here at the introduction, and I usually the most important part of your introduction is going to be your thesis,
Right.
which looks like it's here at the end. The education system's tactics for teaching memorization skills has a negative impact on students and should be altered in a way that increases longevity and capacity of what a student can remember. Would you agree that that's a good summary of your thesis?
Yeah, I think for the introduction, I just kind of wanted to introduce the topic and then tell my reader, you know, what the purpose of my paper is, like what I was trying to do with it.
Cool. I'm just going to make this little annotation right here. The tactics have a negative impact on students, but no worries.
I can change that.
Right. So I'll erase it if you're changing it. Okay, so first summary, or first introductory paragraph summary. The education system tactics for teaching memorization skills have a negative impact. Okay, so in this paper, you're going to talk about ways that can increase the capacity of student memory. All right, could you scroll down a little bit? We can go on to the first paragraph, body paragraph. How else the brain can be arranged. Oh, this is really interesting. This is cool.
Yeah, it was a really good book.
Mythical creatures. Yeah, you do a really good job in this paragraph of giving us all the detail we need to know about the Mind Palace. Could you scroll down a little bit more?
Yes.
Great. Cool. So what would you say is the summary of this paragraph? What do you want to tell the reader through this body paragraph?
I really wanted to introduce and describe the Mind Palace because Boer talks about it a lot in his book, and it's like a really important part of how he memorizes things. And I wanted to introduce that, and then I wanted to explain how students can use the Mind Palace to help with their study techniques and to help them to actually learn what they're or to actually remember what they're learning in class.
Okay, great. So I'm going to write that down right here. So introduce and describe Mind Palace and how students can benefit from that. Okay, great. Awesome. Let's go on to paragraph 2 when you're ready. So normal everyday person. Before I took on the challenge of competing in USA memory. Well, this is really cool. Yeah, this book sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot of memory techniques and a lot about memory in general from reading it.
Memory championship can serve as inspiration for students when it's time for them to take an exam or an essay. Students make flashcards. Okay, can you scroll down a little more?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, this is shaping up. Can you tell me again what you think the summary is for this paragraph here?
For this paragraph, I wanted to talk about the USA Memory Championship, since that's what Boer was practicing for, and just about memory and how some of the tactics other than the Mind Palace that Boer uses can also help students as well.
Awesome. Okay, so talking about the Memory Championship and introducing that to the reader, and also comparing that to students' study skills and how they can prepare. One thing I noticed in this paragraph is that when you introduce this body paragraph, the first sentence just introduces the fact that you're going to be talking about the Memory Championship. You might want to just add a brief mention earlier in that paragraph that you're also going to be talking about how that compares to students' study habits.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe even just putting something a little bit closer to the top to let us know that, so we stay on topic throughout the whole paragraph.
Okay.
Great. Cool. I think we're ready to go on to the third one.
All right.
The OK Plateau. Sounds like a cowboy saloon.
Yeah.
An OK Plateau is when someone has reached an autonomous stage of a skill they're trying to improve. Okay. I think you are definitely getting the hang of the reverse outline, so we're probably on the same page when I say that this body paragraph seems to be introducing the concept of the OK Plateau and relating that also to student training for exams. Could you scroll down just a little bit more so I can read the rest of the paragraph?
Yeah.
Means that the education system is wrongfully. Okay, sort of the same thing with this paragraph. You might want to mention a little bit earlier that this can be compared to something that not just everyone faces. You know, this isn't just an informational body paragraph about the OK plateau and about difficulties in his training, but also about how this is a concept we can all relate to. So that's just an idea for focusing that body paragraph. So, but good. Once again, something I really like about this essay is how detailed you are with describing these new concepts for the reader. They're very clear and easy to understand.
Thank you.
Awesome. So let's move on to the conclusion.
Okay.
Stress. Okay. Let's see what's there at the very end on the next page, if you don't mind. All right, this last sentence. The education system should adopt the tactics of Joshua Foer and begin implementing classes that encourage the use of a mind palace so that students around the world could exponentially improve their minds. That seems like sort of the core of your argument here.
Yeah.
Cool. Would you say that that's a pretty decent summary of this paragraph as well?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to close things and talk about how the tactics that Foer uses in his book can be used for students to help them when they're trying to learn.
Perfect. So I have an idea now that we've done the reverse outline, and each one of your body paragraphs does have a clear focus, so that's good. As long as we do a little bit of tidying, I think that this will be a pretty sound paper. So let's think about how I have an idea for, I think, how we could reorganize this paper to make it even stronger. So you have two paragraphs that are about Joshua Foer and his memory championship experiences, and how they compare to student experiences studying for exams. And I'm tempted to say that those two paragraphs should come before we talk about the memory palace, so that you are you do a good job at posing what the problem is, by showing us the OK plateau is an issue here, both for Joshua Foer and students. And so you do a great job at posing a problem, a dilemma. And what you're arguing in this paper, what I've seen in both your thesis and the conclusion, is that the answer to this problem of the OK plateau, one answer to this at least, is engaging with the memory palaces. So would you agree with that? Does that sound like what you're trying to do? I don't want to
yeah, definitely
step over you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
cool. So I would think about sort of organizing it as you're posing a problem and then showing the reader what the solution is. So if you move that memory palace paragraph after the first two body paragraphs, and then you move on to the conclusion, then that's, I think, a very logical flow for this argument, to show them what the issue is, to give them a very detailed not conclusion. You've given them a really detailed solution, and then you close by showing us, here's the problem, this is how we can fix it, the memory palaces. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I never really thought about it like that. I felt like I was just trying to explain the most important tactics, but that really makes a lot of sense. I think it would help my paper a lot.
Great. Good. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions that you had about this paper that you wanted to chat about?
No, that was it. Like I said, I felt like I understood the concepts that I was talking about. I just wanted to make sure I was writing them in the right order, or that it made sense. And it was really nice to be able to have a second set of eyes on it.
Good. Okay, that sounds great. I'm so glad. one thing I will say, if you want to come back and make an appointment with us again, like if you find that you want to look at more sentence level things and some polishing, we're definitely here to do that. But I think that making those changes with organization will do a lot to improve the paper. So I think you're on the right track.
Okay, thank you so much.
Cool. Of course. All right. Well, I guess that's it then.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day, Jannah.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.